Hoop season gets underway last night for the college game, and boy, what a night it was for Tennessee, and what a night it was not for Vanderbilt.
Zinger.
Was not a good night for Vanderbilt hoops, but that's is what it is. I guess is what it is. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. It is election day across the country, and we've got a long day ahead of us. I mean, fact is that we're going to be out till late this evening, keeping you guys updated on who's winning elections from across the state of Tennessee. Obviously, it's a gubernatorial election, so the governor's race, state house, state senate. Actually, no, just state house, not state senate, but also House of Representatives for U.S. Congress. All kinds of great stuff happening today, and we'll have you updated throughout on Main Street Media. So just keep it here all day long on Twitter, etc. So yeah, it's going to be a good day. I voted, got my little sticker and everything. So
dude, the sticker is such a flex.
It is. I mean, but if you don't take a picture with the sticker on, like, did you actually vote?
Exactly. It's like the tree falling in the woods with the
I'm pretty sure they actually don't count your vote until they have scrubbed your social media to make sure that you have posted your photo.
Exactly. Right. With I don't know what's a good caption? What's like a nice cliche caption? Do your part.
Yeah, did my part today. I don't know what would be a good Instagram.
There's got to be a cheesy one.
Oh, I'm sure. Let's see here. Some inspiring quotes. I don't want inspiring quotes.
I'm Googling. I voted Instagram captions.
Yeah. It just, there's nothing like super great here. Everything's kind of like serious.
Here we go. Here's some good ones. This is not a moment. It's the movement.
Uh-oh. Something's wrong. Oh. Please try again.
What's going on?
Something's wrong, Justin.
What was that? What was that?
How about
so weird.
If you don't vote, you lose the right to complain.
That's pretty good, actually.
Vote like your life depends on it. Yeah, nothing.
I was gonna say, I thought there was like a give a hoot, but that's don't pollute.
Give a hoot, don't pollute. That's good. I like it. Yeah. Nothing like exceptionally cool. Yeah, right. There's not any like,
and we know cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nothing great. So just post your picture and be happy that you got your picture out there.
Yeah, golly.
If you don't, they don't count your vote. That's what I heard.
Right, and you don't give a hoot. Why not?
I mean, dadgum. Just vote.
Just do it. Nike, right? They know.
Yes. That's a good top 5 subject, by the way. Slogans. Company slogans.
Can we change it to that? That's such a good one.
I think we'll stick with what we got today. But
yeah, you're right.
But next week. Next week. Make sure to write that down too, so we don't forget.
Yeah.
We got to make sure we put that in the notebook.
Handy dandy notebook.
Yeah, what a great day we have for you. As you look at downtown Nashville, it is a kind of overcast, cloudy day, but it's not going to rain, I don't think. I mean, we'll get to our weather forecast here in just a second, but no reason not to get out, enjoy the day, vote, maybe go visit a small business for lunch, something like that. There's always plenty you can do, and we encourage you to do so today. We have a great show. We've got Terry McCormick. He's going to talk about the Titans, and we're going to be real sad about that. We're going to make sure this guy doesn't get hit running across the street.
Real.
It looks like he's got a camera of some sort or something. He's carrying something over his shoulder. We've got our top 3 stories, all kinds of cool stuff. I don't know what the guy was carrying. Did you see it? Like he had something like it looked like a boom mic. Like it. What are they doing over here in the bottom left? That's the question.
Ooh, hold on. You want me to? Here, I got you. I'm on the case.
Can you turn it? You can't turn it, can you?
Zoom, baby.
Yeah, but
or bottom where?
Bottom left over here. You can't. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but it looks like they've got.
Where at? Am I on
No,
it?
all the way. You see over here, there's like a construction area where the clock
Oh,
is.
yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I don't know. And we've got folks with strollers out here and dogs. I don't like this at all.
They're jaywalking. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, we've got.
He doesn't have a leash.
He doesn't have a leash. He's pushing the stroller one-handed. That is with cars just flying by your baby.
That guy's about to jump him.
Oh man.
It's dangerous out here in these streets.
It is. I don't know what's going on over here. I'm very curious.
There's this video of Vrabel. It's a couple minutes long, but it's so awesome. It's his press conference talking about the team. So I don't know if you want to show that later or anything.
I think we should right before we come out to see Terry. We'll get to Mike Vrabel as well.
Cool.
How's that?
Oh man, it's uplifting. I'll tell you that.
But yeah, so top 3 stories coming your way. Obviously, it's a National Calendar Day, and boy, do I have a good one for you today, Justin.
I'm pumped.
Oh boy, it's great. It's so awesome. I can't even. Oh, it's amazing.
All right.
But today, right now, we need to get to some weather. What's it going to be today, Justin?
Which accent would you like today? I'm just kidding. I kind of crashed and burned with that yesterday. You thought I was going to be a lot better.
Well, you kind of played it up like you were.
I know. I did hype it up a lot. I think I just got nervous at the last second. But yeah, I went with a bunch
Hello,
of
love.
Hello. Oh, right. I'll spare everybody. So the weather today is brought to you by Possibly You. Hit us up if you want to sponsor the weather. Weather happens every day, all day long. So we're here to report it. On Mornings on Main Street. The weather for today is high of 73, low 52. Going to be cloudy. 3% chance of rain, which looks like it's gonna rain, but I guess it's not. 3% is pretty low. 42% humidity. 1 out of 10 UV index. That must be because there's clouds in front of the sun. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, it's gonna be a nice day. I like it overcast. When it's not too humid, it's perfect.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't like it when it's humid though, but yeah.
I'll take a little overcast when it's cool out. I mean, it's because look, if the high is 68, but it feels like 77, guess what? It's 77.
77, exactly. And I also, have you ever heard that you get more sunburn if it's overcast?
Yeah.
What is that? It's a lie, right? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not.
What's the deal with that then?
Because most people don't put sunscreen on, and the sun has to work harder to get through the clouds, so the rays are.
So it's like the rays are like, hey, we did a lot to come here, so we're gonna.
Yes, we're gonna burn you now.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand what we had to go through to get here. So
yeah. Our body's like, we get it.
What grade would you give the Titans against the Chiefs performance-wise?
If as a team overall, I'd go B-.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, because the play calling and the wide receivers, that's the only thing that sucked.
Right. Okay. A good running game. So they get a little bit better than a C because the defense was phenomenal.
Exactly. Yeah, this defense almost gives them an A, but then the offense was just so bad. I mean, the offense really wasn't that bad. The run blocking was good. But, Malik Willis, he was a baller. He balled out.
No doubt.
He balled out. I just flashed back to Josh Allen as a rookie. He sucked.
Who, by the way, may be looking at Tommy John surgery.
No way.
Yeah.
Is he hurt?
Yeah. They're looking at his UCL.
Uh-oh. Bye, Bills.
Exactly. So Titans might have a shot here.
Yeah.
But all right, let's take a look at today's weather. I mean, not weather, traffic. Oh, you don't have the video anymore, do you?
Oh, but hold on, I got you.
I was ready. I was like ready for the video. But today's weather is brought to you by our friends at 54, the Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults. They are a proud partner with the All of Us research program for the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health by visiting our website, joinallofus.org/50forward. I heard it. So it's there. It's out there. Please, in the ether somewhere.
Here, hit it one more time. Or say the thing.
Yes, there it is. All right. Well, we don't support. We have some slow moving traffic and merging delays at 24 and 65, which is, not unusual.
Right.
Other than that, though, again, no accidents to report around the mid-state. Looks like everybody's looking good. Murfreesboro, Lebanon. What's up in Springfield today? Looks like we're good in Springfield. We do have some slow traffic on 76 there, but that's okay. Clarksville's looking good. Down here in Columbia, things are normal. So, not a lot to report this morning on the old traffic report.
What's the wind speed there? Do you know?
The wind speed where?
Just wherever you are.
Oh, in Columbia?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I was just joking.
Let's see here. The wind speed today is going to be a blistering 10. No, I don't know.
It's probably 0 where you're currently
5 miles an hour. Yeah, because I'm inside.
Right.
But 5 miles an hour today. So,
all right, be careful, man. Batten down the hatches.
Clearly, the air pressure is 30.37. I don't know what that means, but it's closer to high than it is low.
That's 29 more than you need.
Clearly. So anyway, well, it's always a good day.
Yeah, man.
It's always a good day when you can vote. Go vote. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy this traffic that we have with no accidents, and don't be part of one.
There you go. Nice.
I mean, don't. Just it's better to not be a part of one.
Right. If you're thinking about doing it, we're here
Trust
to tell
me,
you.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah. No fun. Not a lot of fun.
Let's take a quick break, Justin, and when we come back, we'll do top 3 stories for today.
Sounds good, man.
Stick around on Mornings on Main Street.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
Hey, this is George Plaster, and I'm excited to announce that the 2nd annual Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night is going to happen Monday, November the 28th at the Hermitage Strike and Spare. The 3 charities that will benefit are Last Minute Toy Store, Martha O'Brien Center, and Stars. And our intention is to get them that money so it can do the most amount of good at Christmas time. Now, here's where I need your help. I need you to sign up to play in the most fun charity event you've ever been involved in. Imagine 64 foursomes with 64 sports personalities in the area. As a single player, it's $200. If you get a foursome, it's $800. And what I want you to do is reach out to me via email, plastergeorge@gmail.com, and we'll get you signed up and get you ready and raring to go. Again, that's plastergeorge@gmail.com for a night you will never forget.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
At Sumner Funeral and Cremation, our mission is to serve families as our own, celebrate the life of their loved one, and help begin the healing process.
My whole family, including my wife and my mom and siblings, were very happy with the treatment that we received. I would highly recommend Sumner Funeral and Cremation.
We offer funeral, burial, cremations, and pre-planning services.
Sumner Funeral and Cremation. Traditional, affordable, dignified. SumnerFuneral.com.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor-trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time.
I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Welcome back into Main Street. It's a beautiful day here in Nashville. That is our main street. If you are a tourist, trust me, don't go anywhere else.
It looks like everybody's being led that way. Look.
Yeah, trust me. Nothing else is happening. Just be aware. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, good advice.
What a day it is. What a day it's going to be. We've got a lot of great stories to get to from across our Main Street media platforms. So please stick around as we give you today's top 3. We start as it's muzzleloader season. Muzzleloader deer season is underway and gun season is close by. That'll start November 19th through January 8th in Middle Tennessee. But the spread of deadly chronic wasting disease, or CWD, is on the minds of hunters. It's been found in deer in 15 West Tennessee counties, and several others are designated as high risk. One mid-state county, Wayne County, is also in the high-risk category, and hunters are reminded that it is under CWD restrictions. The disease is highly contagious and always fatal to infected deer. The only way wildlife biologists know to combat it is to try and contain it to areas in which it exists. Hunting can continue in CWD-positive counties. In fact, the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency encourages hunters to take more deer in those areas to reduce the herds, but harvesting is strictly regulated. Certain parts of a deer carcass cannot be transported outside of impacted counties, and a harvested deer that tests positive for CWD will be confiscated and incinerated, considered the safest way to dispose of contaminated carcass. The hunter will be issued a replacement tag. Detailed CWD regulations and procedures are available on the internet at tnwildlife.org. Since being first diagnosed several decades ago in few western locations, CWD is now present in 30 states, including in Tennessee. It appeared in West Tennessee 5 years ago and has crept closer to Middle Tennessee since then. To control the spread of the disease, TWRA has banned the use of deer feeders and mineral blocks in CWD counties and discourages their use elsewhere. The disease is transmitted through bodily fluids, including saliva, and one infected deer using a feeder or mineral block can potentially infect every other deer that uses it. That's not good.
No,
yeah.
It's like a plague.
It really is. It can take up to 18 months for an infected deer to exhibit symptoms. And it is possible for a hunter to process and eat an infected animal without even knowing it. So.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even a courtesy laugh there?
The TWRA terms CWD as, quote, the greatest challenge to deer management in the state's history.
Wow.
That is a...
Winter is coming.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty rough. So
there's been a bunch of deer in my yard lately. I should let them know. I'll spread awareness.
I don't have any today, but this morning, Sarah looked out the bedroom window and said that they were awfully close by. So,
well, it gets dark so early now. I pulled into my driveway from coming from the office yesterday and got out of my car, and there was just a deer like there, and it was dark. So, everything that's moving around that's not a human in the dark, you think it's a monster, right? So I thought it was a monster.
And it is.
Yeah. It might have been, actually. I ran off so fast I couldn't really tell, but common sense told me it was a deer.
You do have to be careful with the deer out, especially when it's dark. So be careful when you're driving, but also make sure that
they don't beat you up.
Yeah, make sure that obviously the mid-state is not impacted quite just yet, but it's coming. So
right,
just be aware. Again, it is election day, so want to let you know that United States Attorney Mark Wildassin announced last week his office will participate in connection with the Justice Department's nationwide Election Day program for the upcoming general election. AUSA Robert Levine and Steve Jordan have been appointed to serve as district election officers for the Middle Tennessee District, and in that capacity, they are responsible for overseeing the district's handling of Election Day complaints of voting rights concerns. Those include threats of violence to election officials or staff and election fraud in consultation with the Justice Department in Washington. Every citizen must be able to vote without interference or discrimination and to have that vote counted in a fair and free election. Similarly, election officials and staff must be able to serve without being subject to unlawful threats of violence. The Justice Department will always work tirelessly to protect the integrity of the election process, Wildassin said. The Department of Justice has an important role in deterring and combating discrimination and intimidation at the polls, threats of violence directed at election officials and poll workers, and election fraud. The department will address these violations wherever they occur. The department's longstanding Election Day program furthers these goals and also seeks to ensure public confidence in the electoral process by providing local points of contact within the department for the public to report possible federal election law violations. Federal law protects against such crimes as threatening violence against election officials or staff, intimidating or bribing voters, buying and selling votes, impersonating voters, altering vote tallies, stuffing ballot boxes, and marking ballots for voters against their wishes or without their input. It also contains special protections for the rights of voters and provides that they can vote free from interference, including intimidation and other acts designed to prevent or discourage people from voting or voting for a candidate of their choice. Now, in order to respond to complaints of voting right concerns and election fraud during the upcoming election, to ensure that such complaints are directed to the appropriate authorities, AUSAs Levine and Jordan will be on duty in this district. While the polls are open, they can be reached by the public at 615-401-6660. That's correct, 6660.
Oh.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
We're conduits to spit the facts. We're no opinions here.
In addition, the FBI will have special agents available in each field office and resident agencies throughout the country to receive allegations of election fraud and other election abuse on Election Day. The local field office can be reached at 615-232-7500. And if you have possible federal voting rights laws complaints, you can also make them to the Civil Rights Division by phone at 800-253-3931, or you can actually go to civilrights.justice.gov.
Nicely done.
And finally, Fred Burton has been a staple in the Lebanon community for several decades, including many years on the city council, and now he will forever be remembered with a community park named in his honor. The Lebanon City Council voted to name the future park the Fred Burton Community Park during its most recent meeting. Several years ago, Councilor Burton was able to obtain funds to build a community park in Ward 2. He served on the city council for a long time, Rick Bell said. He served Ward 2 very well. He's worked very hard for Ward 2. When it comes to getting things done for his ward, he's honest about it all the time. Burton, who received a business management degree from Tennessee State University, also has a resume that includes military service in Korea, business ownership, and a longtime career as a radio host and DJ for Nashville's WBOL, as well as Lebanon radio stations WANT and WCOR. Bell also noted Burton was the first African-American person to serve on the Lebanon City Council and is currently in the middle of his 7th term. The park will be located at 600 CL Manier? CL Manier?
What's that?
CL Manier Street? Manier Street? How do you say that?
Oh, it's I'm not sure, man.
You live there.
I don't know every street. How's it spelled?
Manier.
Oh, that's Minor.
Manor? CL Manor Street? Probably.
Yeah, yes. Actually, hold on. Let me check with them.
It's over by the Lebanon Church of God. Okay.
Right. No, we all hang out though, so they're here.
The council originally budgeted $200,000 for the project, but the loan bid from Stockton Building Corp for a restroom and concession facility was just under $340,000. So there's that. They accepted the bid and allocated an additional $250,000 for the renovation project, which will also include a walking trail on the property. They agreed to spend basically $300,000 for 2 parcels of land near the Lebanon Square for additional parking in the area. The properties are at the corner of Gay Street and South Cumberland Street, just south of the square. So there you go. How about that?
I do know where the square is. It is now a circle, but
is it a roundabout?
It is a roundabout.
That's weird.
I know. They like redid the whole thing, and yeah, it's not home, Chris.
I don't love this.
Right.
I don't love this at all. But I do like Counselor Burton.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He
seems like a great guy, and has been serving the Lebanon community for 7 terms. So he's in the middle of this. So he's what 25, 26 years he's been on the city council. That's a long time. He's been doing it since the 90s, man.
That's cool. Good era. I bet he would know if Manier.
He would definitely know. Can't believe you don't.
Disappointed in me. Yeah.
you don't get over there often, huh? Sorry.
No, he's probably there he's coming up the driveway.
Yeah, he's very angry with you.
He's very upset.
Well, let's take a break. Terry McCormick will come on the other side, as well as a video from the press conference held by Mike Vrabel yesterday. So all of that and more coming your way here on Mornings on Main Street. So y'all stick around.
When I made the decision to host the Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night, Strike and Spare is where I turned. And what a wise decision that turned out to be. They have 5 locations in our area with family attractions. They're perfect for birthdays, groups and corporate outings, and holiday parties. For more info, it's simple. Go to strikeandspare.com.
Christmas for Kids is back at the Ryman this November 21st. Christmas for Kids provides children with shopping sprees, coats, and unforgettable experiences every year. This annual fundraising concert helps bring that experience to more kids. This year is hosted by Phil Vassar and includes Chris Young. The frontmen, which is Richie McDonald, formerly of Lone Star, Larry Stewart of Restless Heart, Tim Rushlow, formerly of Little Texas, Essex County, and a whole lot more. Christmas for Kids, November 21st. To purchase tickets, go right now to Ryman.com.
This holiday season, the largest lantern event in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. After sunset, come see more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns, All new designs, including mythical beasts, a fantastical North Pole village, even a dragon soaring over your head. Welcome back to Zoo Illumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Hey, this is George Plaster, and I'm excited to announce that the second annual Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night is going to happen Monday, November the 28th at the Hermitage Strike and Spare. The three charities that will benefit are Last Minute Toy Store, Martha O'Brien Center, and Stars. And our intention is to get them that money so it can do the most amount of good at Christmas time. Now, here's where I need your help. I need you to sign up to play in the most fun charity event you've ever been involved in. Imagine 64 foursomes with 64 sports personalities in the area. As a single player, it's $200. If you get a foursome, it's $800. And what I want you to do is reach out to me via email, plastergeorge@gmail.com, and we'll get you signed up and get you ready and raring to go. Again, that's plastergeorge@gmail.com for a night you will never forget.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor-trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor-trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor-trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Yeah, I mean, there's always improvement, yes, and then there's things that all of us could have done to be better. You got to convert some third downs and be able to stay on the football field. And what I like is everybody's disappointed. Everybody knows the opportunity that we had. Offenses wishing that they would have been able to help the defense, but I didn't hear one time. And I can promise you I won't, about the defense having to go out there and, man, they can't get a first down. I mean, I'm lucky that doesn't happen. It's easy to do. Human nature says that you start pointing fingers or, hey, man, I don't want to be out here 100 plays. You guys aren't doing your job. And, everybody, I believe this, is in it together. Again, I go back to the special team. You watch Hassan run down there. Stone the guy on the kickoff, and guys are jacked up and excited, and that stuff will always be important to me because I know it makes a difference.
And along those lines, Derek, after the game in the locker room, he shook every defender's hand and said, "Thank you for your effort." What does that say about the culture that you guys have?
He's the team captain. He wants to win. He puts a lot into it. I've told you this. You guys all understand this. Derek is always consistent with our message and what we want to try to do each and every week. He's a great teammate, and he knows what we need to do to win, and that's to stick together and play complementary football, support one another, and figure out ways to win. Not sit in the corner with a couple guys and bitch and complain. It's about getting together with a bunch of people and figuring out ways to win.
Okay.
Forgot about the vulgarity.
So there you have it. That's Mike Vrabel talking about the greatness of Derrick Henry and his leadership. And this team, and after such a disappointing loss on Sunday to the Kansas City Chiefs on the road, to a team that is now on top of the AFC standings alongside the Buffalo Bills. I think this is a week in which the Titans can take a lot of positives out of the negative, and we'll talk about those now with Terry McCormick. Terry, what's going on, buddy?
Well, just, another day here and with the Titans and all. They're off today, but already, I'm sure, beginning preparation for this Sunday's game against the Denver Broncos. First time they've been home in a while.
It will be. Now, Terry, as fans, as we look through this, this disappointing outcome, like I said, there are a lot of positives to take from it. You still did a pretty good job handling one of the most prolific offenses in the National Football League, and you have to feel good about that, especially considering you don't have guys like Amani Hooker and Harold Landry out there, but you've had some guys who've stepped up in their place and been pretty darn good overall.
Yeah, I think, there are some positives you can take from this. Obviously, playing without Ryan Tannehill for a second straight game kind of hamstrung the offense a bit because they were limited in what they could do as far as being able to use Malik Willis like they would Ryan Tannehill, who's a seasoned veteran. So that kind of limited the playbook and the play calls and what you could do. And then obviously there was the disappointment of the wide receivers not making any contributions in the pass game on Sunday night, but yet they're right there with a chance to win the game. And, actually, had they been able to get one stop there in the fourth quarter, they would have won the game. So there are some good things that they can take away from this. But in the end, like Mike Vrabel said after the game on Sunday night, their intent was not to go out there and get a moral victory and hang close. Their intent was to go out there and find a way to win, and they almost did that.
Speaking of that offense, and how much blame can you put on Malik Willis? It feels like he did just about everything that you could have expected him to do.
Well, I mean, his numbers aren't pretty. 5 of 16 for 80 yards. That's not going to – that's in today's NFL, those numbers, that looks like something from 1972 maybe. But when you look at Malik Willis as a player, you know that he's probably not ready for the role he's having to assume right now. But he made the most of it. He was able to run the ball for 40 yards. He was able to put a couple of balls in the hands of Chris Conley and in Nick Westbrook-Akina. They just couldn't come up with the play that they needed to make. If they make either one of those catches, it probably leads to a field goal, probably makes it a 2-score game there in the fourth quarter. And the Titans are sitting pretty rather than battling to stay alive and, try and keep Patrick Mahomes out of the end zone. So, when you're playing at a position, especially quarterback, at any position really, but especially quarterback, when you're playing a backup player there, and especially one as green as Malik Willis is, other people have to step up their game. They have to make sure that they're on point with what they're doing. You saw that with Derrick Henry in the run game. You saw it with the run blocking. You did not see it in the pass game. You did not see it at all out of the wide receivers who didn't contribute a single catch.
Well, that's a conversation that I had on Twitter with a reporter for a local website that I won't mention. Basically, he said, look, we ran the ball in the second half several times, and it just wasn't as successful as it was in the first half. And, my question was, okay, well, the passing game hasn't been very successful in 2 weeks, but it seemed like they had no issues going back to it. What is the I guess the thought process here? I mean, with Todd Downing, you can't get rid of him necessarily because there's not a lot of offensive coordinators just out there looking for a job. And if they were good, they'd have one, right? But is Todd Downing in a situation where he even feels any pressure?
Well, I don't know if I'm sure he feels pressure to try and succeed with the game plans that he's putting out there and trying to get the most that he can. But, let's be honest here. Todd Downing can't catch the football for these guys. Todd Downing can't block for these guys. Todd Downing, is not the one that's out there getting a holding penalty that's bringing back, a 12-yard run by Derrick Henry. And so you're seeing a lot of the same mistakes happen in the second half of games. I think some of it's physical, like some of it's probably become mental for some of these guys, because every time they seem to have a positive play in the second half of a game, it gets ruined by a penalty. It gets ruined by a turnover. It gets ruined by a drop. Those things have been happening for weeks, not just since Malik Willis has filled in at quarterback for Ryan Tannehill. Those things have been going on for a while. This team only has scored 9 points in the fourth quarter all season long. They've played 8 games, so they're averaging just over 1 point a game in the fourth quarter. Sometimes you're going to have to be able to score points in the fourth quarter to win ball games. They're really kind of defying the odds, if you want to say it that way. I think when you look at this offense, it is just, it's limited. They're great at running the football with Derrick Henry. That's their bread and butter. That's the horse they're going to ride. When they have to go to the passing game, especially with no Ryan Tannehill to operate the offense, you've got a limited quarterback throwing to limited receivers. So guess what? The result's going to be limited.
Well, this was my question to that person. If I've got 2 options, Terry, I've got one option of I can put the ball in the hands of Malik Willis and hope, or I can put the ball in the hands of Derrick Henry and hope. Seems like the obvious answer is Derrick Henry, and that was not the answer that Todd Downing came up with on Sunday night, because with second down and 9 yards to go at the 39-yard line, you need 5 yards for a field goal to make it a 2-possession game, and he throws the long pass that Westbrook-Ikine didn't catch. That's fine, I understand that, but then the screen pass goes for -4 yards, knocks you out of field goal range, and you have to punt it away when you could have just ran the ball twice, and you get inside the 35, you're kicking a field goal. Now, whether he makes it or not, that's neither here nor there, but at least you have a shot instead of punting. And instead of running the football with 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line 3 or 4 times, he goes to the air twice with Malik Willis.
Yeah, I mean, once you make that decision that you're throwing on second down and it's incomplete, then you're obviously limited to what you can do. You got to pass the ball on 3rd down, because 3rd and 9, Derrick Henry's probably not even on the field.
You just need 4 yards.
Exactly. The thing is, with this offense, I agree with you. I would have handed the ball to Derrick Henry probably twice in that series, if not all 3 times, or thrown him a screen pass. I would have done some of that in order to try and get myself into field goal range. I mean, I agree with you. 3 points right there is critical in this ball game, because it makes it a 2-score game again.
Yeah, it was just frustrating to watch little things like that, and it felt like the RPO game was gone in the second half. Very little of that. There are no perimeter screens to stretch the linebackers out, to force them to get out of the box, to maybe open up some of those potentially quarterback draws for Malik Willis, et cetera. I mean, it just feels like there are so many things that this offense could be doing that we see on Saturdays that are successful with guys like Malik Willis, that, it's like these guys in the NFL just don't feel like that's going to work. And I understand the speed is different, but sometimes you got to go with what worked for your guy at the other level. And if you've got to deal with Malik Willis, you got to deal with him you got to meet him where he is and not expect him to come to the professional level so quickly. And it just feels like, we've just kind of said, here's the playbook and this is what we've got, no matter who's the quarterback.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that. Now, granted, when you've got a mobile quarterback like Malik Willis, who's a dual threat type of guy, when he's in there, you've got to adapt to his skill set. Maybe you don't go, I don't know if at this late juncture of the season, if you can just scrap what you do and put in a Lamar Jackson type of offense where he's running the ball 15, 20 times a game. But I think you have to incorporate some of that in there to take, what he does well and, incorporate that into what you do. And I think the RPOs were probably a situation, and even the option, if you could, if you fake the dive to Derrick Henry and roll him out with a chance to pitch it, dare we say, would you pull out the old wing T or something crazy like that as a gadget play? Because I think Malik Willis is one of the faster players on this offense. So while he's in there, you might as well take advantage of that.
You'd think. Now, most Titans fans were not expecting a win on Sunday. Most of us were expecting a Buffalo Bills Week 2 type output and a blowout, to be honest with you. I know I was. But this franchise under Mike Vrabel seems to always play a little bit better against competition like the Chiefs and the Bills, and they've won a lot of those football games over the last few years, but they've also struggled against teams like the Denver Broncos, who seem to be an absolute mess right now. So what do the Titans have to do to avoid one of those patented play down to your opponent games, especially on a Thursday night short week?
Well, I think what they have to do, this will be a Sunday game, but then there's a Thursday night.
Oh, that's right, Sunday.
But anyway, you got two teams that are struggling right now in the Broncos and the Packers coming up on your schedule. One at home, one away, obviously. But I think, the key for the Titans is, and especially if you're still going to have to use Malik Willis, you've got to take care of the football. You've got to play basically the same game plan you did against Kansas City in terms of how you want to play. You want to play a physical style of football. You want to slow the game down. You want to punch them in the mouth, take the fight to them, so to speak, much like they did at Kansas City. They're going to have to find a way to generate some offense besides what they're getting out of Derrick Henry. They've got to find something from the passing game and something from the quarterback position that can give, if they could, if the quarterback position can give them 150 yards total, that should be enough to be able to, balance what you're doing with Derrick Henry enough to keep the defense halfway honest. Thus far, you look at Malik Willis, he had 40 yards rushing and 80 yards passing. It's 120. If he completes either one of those deep balls, he's probably right there at 150 yards, and you're probably winning the game. So they need about 150 yards of production from the quarterback position, which should be enough to balance Derrick Henry's production and, keep this team at least not being so predictable as teams know what they're going to do on every snap.
Do you expect at all? Do you have any ideas about what we're going to see as far as Ryan Tannehill is concerned?
Well, we'll know more as we go through this week. He was sick to go with the ankle injury, and that kept him from being able to play in the first game there against, Houston. And then the ankle injury just wouldn't let him, push off and go on Sunday night in Kansas City. But every week you are further away from the injury, you would think that he should be getting closer to playing. I don't think he was particularly close to playing Sunday night, but maybe, just maybe he'll be able to get back and play in one of, if not both of these games. So it's just kind of wait and see right now.
And Bud Dupree obviously not being on the field much in the second half was a big issue when you talk about that last scoring drive for the Chiefs, 3rd and 17, scramble. I think the touchdown was a scramble. The 2-point conversion was a scramble. You got a guy like Russell Wilson who also can make plays with his legs. Do you expect that maybe Bud Dupree may be an option, or is he still dealing with that hip injury that's going to keep him out for even longer now?
Well, the hip injury has been an off and on problem for Dupree all year long. That's the third time he's left the game because of it. So I'm sure they'll take it easy with him this week, do what they can to try to get him as ready as possible. It's just a matter of, how much the healing process takes over. And, the good news is for the Broncos, or the Titans, I should say, against the Broncos and against the Packers for that matter, you're playing two quarterbacks who may have Hall of Fame resumes, but quite honestly, both of them are kind of struggling right now, and you've got to beat them while they're down. That goes for Wilson, and that goes for Aaron Rodgers next Thursday night. So, it's going to be interesting to see because, the NFL is very unforgiving. When you can see a guy be a fantastic player for a long, long time, and then, very few guys gradually lose it. Most guys just lose it all of a sudden and they're not good anymore. And, maybe that's what we're starting to see here with Wilson and Rodgers, that they don't have the ability anymore to put a team on their back that's not very good and carry them. Maybe they have dropped to the level where they have to have a supporting cast in order to be successful. And that supporting cast for both those teams right now is not very good.
I would 100% agree with you. Terry McCormick, TitanInsider.com. Go check it out. Terry MC13 on Twitter. We appreciate your time as always, Terry. Should be a fun week. Got to get a win against a team that, like you said, got to beat them when they're down.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
All right, we'll take a short break. When we come back, one last look at traffic and National Calendar Day right after this.
After Hit has become the baseball store in Tennessee. They have over 1,000 different models of gloves and over 1,500 wood bats. They also have several Iron Mike pitching machines as well as a Hit Tracks machine. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. We're proud to call Hit After Hit the official shirt provider of the Plaster and Friends Celebrity Bowling Night. Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
This holiday season, the largest lantern event in the country returns to Nashville Zoo. After sunset, come see more than 1,000 Chinese lanterns. All new designs including mythical beasts, a fantastical North Pole village, even a dragon soaring over your head. Welcome back to Zoo Illumination at Nashville Zoo. Bigger, brighter, and better than ever.
Christmas for Kids is back at the Ryman this November 21st. Christmas for Kids provides children with shopping sprees, coats, and unforgettable experiences every year. This annual fundraising concert helps bring that experience to more kids. This year is hosted by Phil Vassar and includes Chris Young, the frontman, which is Richie McDonald, formerly of Lone Star, Larry Stewart of Restless Heart, Tim Rushlow, formerly of Little Texas, Essex County, and a whole lot more. Christmas for Kids, November 21st. To purchase tickets, go right now to Ryman.com.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. Is, we've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, it's we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So, whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're going to have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
Traffic Report is brought to you by our friends at 54, the Nashville area nonprofit serving older adults, as a proud partner with the All of Us research program from the National Institutes of Health. Learn how you can help change the future of health. Visit their website, joinallofus.org/50forward. And right now, traffic from across Nashville. Take a look there, as you can see, 24 westbound. Pretty clear there. And it's also clear just about everywhere. No accidents to report, no major slowdowns or stoppages. I got some merging delays coming into the downtown loop, but that's pretty much it. I don't see anything else at all, to be honest with you.
That's awesome.
So yeah, pretty great day, or a green day, across the way. So that's one final look at traffic. No worries there. And finally, it is National Calendar Day. So we go to slide number 2, Justin, and it's National Cappuccino Day. You like cappuccinos?
I think so. I don't know though. Actually, they don't taste like coffee too bad, do they? I'm not a huge coffee drinker.
It's espresso. Cappuccinos are so.
Okay, gotcha. Like I need to express myself. I feel that.
So it's that's why it's kind of smaller, because obviously you get more kick from the espresso. You see the milk there and that sort of thing. It's okay. I mean, I'm an iced caramel coffee, like iced coffee with caramel. Throw some, a little bit of cream in there, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's what I drink. So I like iced coffee, not hot coffee, because
You like cold brew?
enough. I do like cold brew.
I've never had
It's very
it.
strong though. You gotta get it with like some really interesting flavors, or it's tough to drink for me. So
Like it tastes strong. That's not.
yeah. And finally, it is also, drum roll, please.
Yeah.
It's me. It's my day.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
It says Christopher Appreciation. You must appreciate me today.
Well, Chris, I appreciate you, man.
I'm just saying.
Hilarious. You got a whole day, man.
If you see a Christopher out there, appreciate them today.
How are you gonna celebrate?
I'm gonna cover elections. Work the longest day that I'll work during the year.
That's good. That's good. Stretch the mental muscle.
It is what it is, man. But yeah, National Christopher Day. How about that?
Great, that's fantastic. Hilarious. Was not expecting that.
Yeah, I was excited about showing that one off, but
it's a good reveal.
There you go. All right, well, that's going to do it for this edition of Mornings on Main Street. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Louis the Lightning Bug there was saying, "What's up? What's up?"
Giving y'all the blessing of the day.
We will see you tomorrow. Go vote. Get out there and make it a great day. For Justin, I'm Chris. See you later.
See y'all.